Hello, good afternoon. Usually I do a video every 3-4 months, but we have a new budget coming up. We have a few other things that have happened, so I wanted to shoot at a quick video. Hopefully this will be pretty quick for you what's going on in the building. Today is, what's today? Today's date is the 13th of July. Beautiful summer afternoon. We love the summers here, at least I do anyway. At least I'm not freezing today. Anyway, let me get rolling here. Hope everybody's doing well. First, let me mention, after 10 plus years, Al Marasso, who was our treasurer and been on the board of directors with me for over 10 years now, resigned about 7-8 weeks ago. He's moved. He officially moved. Matter of fact, yesterday, we wish him the best of luck. He was a great board member. He was also our treasurer. I'll go into that in a second. And good luck, Al. We're going to miss you. I want to mention that we have a new board member. Her name is Deborah Baldwin-Bismuth. Welcome to the board, Deborah. Deborah's been a long-term resident of Winston Towers. Matter of fact, she grew up here. She also lives here with her husband and her 3 children presently. So she's been a long-term resident. We're very, very happy that she volunteered for the board of directors. We wish her the best of luck, and I think she'll be a great board member. In addition to that, I'm also very pleased to announce that our new treasurer is Chuck Adjuman. Chuck was been our treasurer for many, many years in the past, up until about 3-4 years ago. Did a tremendous job. He's back on board. We're very, very happy. When I say we, I'm talking about the board. I'm talking about Chris Murphy. So welcome, Chuck, and thank you so much for volunteering. You really saved us a lot of aggravation. So new board member, goodbye, Al. Hello, Deborah. And Chuck, thank you for coming back. Let's get down to business. I want to mention also before we go into the budget, that's one of the reasons that I'm really doing this video. It's predominantly about the budget, but there's some other things that people should be aware of what's going on here. Unfortunately, Antonella gave her notice a couple of weeks ago. Very, very sad for me. Very, very sad for Chris. And it's a bad situation. It comes at pretty bad timing for us. Antonella did not leave because she has another job. Antonella left because of personal situation that came up for her. She actually is out of the country now, taking care of some family and personal business. Will be gone for several months and has no intentions of returning to Winston Towers. So again, we wish Antonella the best. She did a great job. All the years that I've been on the board of directors, honestly, it's been a great experience. She did a tremendous job. Thank you. So we're looking for another person for the office. Comes at very bad timing now with the pool open, the fitness center getting ready to open the next few weeks. And there's a lot of projects we have going on here, which I'll go over very briefly in a few seconds. So anyway, that puts a lot of pressure on us. But let's get down to the budget. This is very interesting. I've been saying over the past 4 or 5 years that our auditor has been begging me, every year to give us some type of maintenance increase. We're very, very fortunate. It's very interesting how we are going to have a maintenance increase. The increase is going to be 3% of your maintenance, not 3% of what you pay now. It has nothing to do with your parking. The average increase is going to be about $18 a unit. That's the average. If you live in the lobby, let's say in a 1-bedroom, you may be paying $14, $15 more. If you live on the 31st floor in a 3-bedroom, it could be somewhere around $25. Okay, this is our 17th year with our budget. 17 years. This is our first increase. So we've had 3% increase in 17 years. I want to repeat that because a few people came over to me, and it's very interesting. I kind of I don't laugh about it. It's kind of disappointing, to tell you the truth, that we got a PPP loan here which was forgiven, and we kept the money, $500,000, $500,000. Not one unit owner, not one single unit owner came over and said, wow, nice going. And I'm telling you that 99% of the condominiums never even got the PPP money, okay? We were savvy enough and had the given information how to handle this, thanks to our attorney at that point, and Chris, and some of the things we did here. We were fortunate. That's what saved us over the last 2-3 years, okay? The PPP money, the cable money, the antenna money on the roof, and a lot of other things we've done, okay? So to make a long story short, everybody's going to get a 3% increase. You'll see it on your August 1st maintenance bill. And a few people have stopped me and said, gee, I heard we're getting an increase, and it's very disappointing. And I just find it to be amazing, okay? I think I say this to two groups of people. For the people, the long-term residents here, we've all been very, very lucky maintenance-wise. To the short-term people that have only been living here several years, I want you to know, again, this is our first increase. This will be year number 17. So I'm very, very proud of that. We have some other things coming up in the future that I think could keep our maintenance either flat or keep it very, very low. And I've always put a lot of emphasis since I've been on the board of directors about finances, and so far it's done very, very well. So again, pass it along. It will be on your maintenance statement that there's a 3% increase, an average of about $18 per unit. I know I'm repeating myself. 2 unit owners told me when I do the video, one person told me I move my arms too much, so I'm going to try to keep my arms kind of stationary. And somebody else told me I use the word okay a lot, so I'm not going to say okay, okay? I'm only kidding. Anyway, getting to another subject, the fitness center. The fitness center has been worked on now for months now. We're a couple of weeks away from opening it. We don't have an exact date at this point because right now we're still sorting out. Everyone's going to have to sign a waiver, which we're going to have, unfortunately Antonella left. We were going to start doing that last week. You're going to have to sign a waiver. You won't be able to enter it. We're going to be taking a thumbprint for people to get in. And the reason we're doing the thumbprint, we don't want people sharing their key fobs or sharing their information with other people. There'll be rules and regulations posted. There will be no guests allowed at the fitness center. Right now, as we're speaking, they're installing the lights. They're going to start wallpapering, which should take about a day or two. It's not a big deal. They're finishing the bathroom. It's been framed out. We put a single bathroom in down there. And again, we put a new split system in down there, which is an additional heating and air conditioning in addition to the PTAC. So on a real cold winter's day, there'll never be a problem. On a really hot summer's day with the sun rising on that side and setting on that side or whatever, we won't have any problems, keeping the place cool or heated. So it's going to be real nice. And I've mentioned before, all the cardio machines are going to have TVs, etc. So it's going to be nice, and it's going to be a lot of work. And at the very, very beginning, we're going to have some of our security guards in there quite often to make sure everybody puts back the weights when they use them, make sure they wipe the machines down, make sure the proper people are in there and do the best job we can. So look forward to it in the next couple of weeks to getting a notice that we'll be opening. Very, very exciting. At least I am anyway. We talk about the fitness center, we have to talk about the Palisadium. The Palisadium, I think I've mentioned in the past that there is a lawsuit going on. We sued them for breach of agreement. We went about 4 weeks ago. Matter of fact, I think it's 4 weeks tomorrow. Okay, 4 weeks ago we went for negotiations. We went to a law firm. We had a retired judge that was arbitrating it. We had different discussions regarding how we can handle this. We're due to go to court for case management with a judge the middle of August. So we are trying to settle this before we go to court. I want you to know also that if we go for case management, the judge always emphasizes to try to make a settlement, and you could be looking for as long as a year before we'd even go to court, okay? And that's being conservative. The courts are very backed up from COVID. Everything you do now is purely Zoom, 100%. You're Zooming with the judge. And that's, they're really it's good in one sense, but it slows the process down. Anyway, the bottom line is this, okay? The Palisadium seem eager to settle this case, okay? Oops, I said okay. And they're eager to settle the case. We're eager to settle the case as well. So we're going to put a lot of emphasis, hopefully the next couple of weeks, in trying to settle the case. We're going to try. We certainly don't want to spend, hundreds of thousands or, 100,000 or whatever it may be in legal fees and, stretch this thing out forever. So we're going to find out more. You're going to find out more in the next couple of weeks. You will be the first. The unit owners, of course, once we make a settlement, we have an agreement, we will immediately notify the unit owners. So our situation is now we're negotiating, and hopefully we can make a good deal where everybody's very, very happy. Just giving you a few things of what's coming up in the near future. Some people are going to be very happy to hear that we're putting 3 large speed bumps in the service road. That's going to commence on July 30th. The following week, we're going to seal coat the driveway once again, restripe all the lines. The gate will not be going down any longer. These speed bumps are going to really try to hopefully tell people, please don't come down the service road unless you have the delivery or unless you're going to the service areas, because these are going to be big ones. We're doing this for safety reasons, people walking their dogs, people going to mini mart, people going across the street for any reason. It's become pretty dangerous. So we're putting that in. I'm very happy to hear about that. We passed a couple of new rules last night. We approved our budget last night. That's why I'm doing this video today. We also have 2 new rules which you'll see the vote on, which I'll tell you at the end of this video. Rule number 1 is the community room never has set hours, and the community room will now be open from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily, 7 days a week. We're putting actually times in there because there weren't times before, and some people were staying in there very late at night, and it's very hard to police and see what's going on everywhere when you have 2 security guards on duty. So that's one of the rules we put in. Number 2, I don't know if people are aware of this, unless some people may not be. All the packages are delivered daily. The only packages we do not deliver are oversized packages, okay? If you get tires, or you get a new vanity, or you get large packages, we don't deliver. We're not moving companies. We're not, that's not what we do, okay? So I'm going to give you an example. This may surprise some people, but we had a unit owner about a month or 2 ago that had 70 packages downstairs, okay, for over 6 months, okay. We're not going to do that anymore. The new rule is that if you have an oversized package that's not delivered, and of course you get a notice, after 2 days, okay, we start charging you $5 per day per package. And let me explain that a little further also, okay? I don't know if people know this. And I want to discuss the packages just for a second, okay? When we get packages delivered here, there is no manifest. That's the way it comes in Amazon, USPS, UPS. They just come with a truck. They could dump 200-300 packages on the loading dock. There's no manifest. We're signing a piece of paper that says we received everything. I had a meeting several years ago with Amazon and a few other companies and told them that this is not the real world. We're missing a package. We were then assured and giving the assurance, okay, any packages that were missing, we won't be responsible for it. Okay, that's fine. So we got that out of the way. I really didn't like it, but that's the best we could do. At this particular point, once you get a notification, we're now responsible for your package. If we're responsible for your package, you start leaving it downstairs week after week or day after day, and one of those packages disappear, because anything's possible in life, the builder doesn't want to be responsible for this any longer. So anyway, with that said, please pick up your package on a timely basis, a day or 2. If you're out of town or there's a reason you can't pick it up, call the back door man and speak to the package person. Speak to either Danny or speak to Jose Loaiza, or speak to somebody regarding your package. Just don't leave your packages down there. We also made, we took there's a room where the oversized washing machines are downstairs. I don't know if everybody knows where it is. There's a room there's a door, there's a room there that we had cleaned out, we painted it, and we're putting all the packages in that room for safekeeping. So this whole system has taken a lot of work, but we've done that, okay? Regarding some of the other stuff that we're doing. Right now on our radar, I mentioned to you in the last video, we're not getting engineers to give us details of pricing and how much our terraces are going to cost, the edging of all our terraces. We're hoping to start doing that late next spring, maybe next summer at some point. Before that, we plan on putting a new HVAC system on the roof, which is the rooftop units which heat and air condition the hallways. Some of the hallways are not as cool as they used to be. I think it's 23 or 24 years old now, the HVAC system. It's old, and it's not up to speed anymore, so we have to replace that. The compactors are getting older. They're not operating the way they used to either. People are still throwing periodically quilts down there, clothing, hangers, glass. It's brutal, okay? So please refrain from that. That's done a lot of damage to the compactors as well. Trying to give you all this information. So what I'm really trying to say to you is between the HVACs, the terraces, the compactors, etc., we're talking about substantial money. We're talking about millions of dollars. Our reserves are in pretty good shape. We continue to look forward to how we're going to cash flow all this stuff without hurting the unit owners, which I'm pretty sure that's the way it's going to work out. We'll be able to do this with our reserves over the next 4 or 5 years, to be honest, because the terraces alone are going to take about one wing per year, which, just a manpower alone, that's a big job. So we're going to continue doing that. We're going to continue putting emphasis on our finances, and we have a lot of extra work here. There's no question about it. Right now, I tip my hat to Chris Murphy and to Stella. That's our management team in the office. This is a management team that we have down there. When we've gone from 30, 40 packages. I know you've heard this before, to 500, 600 packages. We have a nail salon. We have a waxing station. We're putting in this new fitness center now. The community room. If you haven't visited that, please stop by. It's tremendous. It has nothing. This is not the community room that I've lived here with for the first 40 some odd years. I can tell you that. And we'll continue to make a lot of progress here. Before I go, I just want to take a look at some of my notes. Remember, I don't use a teleprompter. I do this even though maybe I wave my hands around a little too much or whatever. This is all done from just a few notes that I write. We are going to have another bagel brunch right after Labor Day at some point. Dancing Under the Stars, we used to really enjoy the fried chicken, the salads, the pastas, etc. Unfortunately, that company has gone out of business. We did plan on having another one this August. And I'm going to do the same thing that we did last time. We just don't hire a company. That's not the way it works here. When we hired this company, the year before we hired it, myself and a few board members went to a couple of events that they had to test the food, to see how the service was, etc. So we plan on doing that a little bit this summer. We'll also go to a few events and try to find a company for the future. I think it's very, very dangerous to spend that type of money and have the people come down, and if they're not satisfied, they start blaming the board of directors and management. So we're just trying to do diligence and do the best job we can. So we'll keep you up to date on that as well. On August 2nd, we're going to do a Zoom. The board of directors will Zoom with the unit owners. I just want to go into that for a second. We've found that Zooming has been a great way of communicating above and beyond the in-person meetings that we used to have. The in-person meetings, we would have anywhere from 30 to 40 people. Zooming, we've been getting anywhere from 70 to 80 people, almost doubling the amount of people. When we had in-person meetings, we had anywhere from 1 to maybe 4 or 5 questions. Now we have sometimes 10, 12, 15 questions, so more people are involved. They don't have to come downstairs. And also, of course, COVID plays a big role in this as well. There's another outbreak coming right now. So the bottom line is we're going to Zoom on August the 2nd. I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere around 8 o'clock. Of course, we'll send a notice out before we do that. And keep the unit owners up to date on everything. If anybody has any questions or anything, any concerns, I do get phone calls. I do get notes periodically from different unit owners. Please reach out to myself, any other board member. I want to thank some of the board members for doing a great job. And there's a lot of work here. There's tremendous work. Before I go, I want to mention this also. Some people think that board members, they come to a meeting and they come with a little note, and we discuss things like bagel brunches and maybe we should have ice cream or something like that. That's not what the board of directors does. The board of directors is here to watch your finances, to make sure that the building stays in good shape. And I have to tell you, it's been a very tough job because the first 15, 20 years that we lived here, everything was brand new. So there's a lot of changes going on here. Over the last 15 years, the roof has been changed, the building's been re-waterproofed, we have new PTAC units, the elevators have been done. I can go on and on and on. So we're going to continue moving forward, doing the best we can. I wish everybody a great rest of the summer. We have some great unit owners here. Thank you very much for your support. Enjoy yourself. Stay healthy. Goodbye. Thank you very much.